Welcome back to Blue Zone Homestead. Today we are making homestead strawberry jam. I am using fresh organic strawberries from the garden, what we've just picked. We've got 2 kilograms of fresh strawberries, and I'm going to make low sugar strawberry jam today. So the sugar I've got in front of me, I've got brown sugar and white sugar, and we're going to mix it together. So for every kilograms of fruit, I am using 300 grams of sugar. So for the 2 kilograms of strawberry, I have got 300 grams of brown sugar and 300 grams of white sugar. There's one more ingredient I'm going to use. For every kilogram, I'm going to use a tablespoon of organic lemon juice. If you have fresh, use fresh. I haven't got, so I'm using bottled. So I've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm going to use this heavy bottomed cast iron pot to cook our strawberry jam in today. So the first job, to mash these strawberries, and after I've mashed them, I'm going to combine with them all the ingredients together. So the sugar first and then the lemon juice, and I'm going to put it up on medium-high heat, the strawberry jam, to cook until it reaches a rolling, boiling point. This strawberry jam will cook for a couple of hours for us today, and we are going to preserve it. So I'm hoping to make about 6-8 small jars, and we're going to water bath can this for 10 minutes. Next job, what we are doing, it's a dinner. So I've just harvested the cauliflower from the Paprika cage and a Kohl Rabi, and I have decided to make fried cauliflower and Kohl Rabi with homemade chips today. So I am just getting ready the ingredients. The cauliflower and the Kohl Rabi is behind me on the aga in water. As soon that comes up to boil, I will partially cook them. But for now, I'm just getting ready the flour, egg and breadcrumbs, what we are going to use with our recipe today. I like flavoring all three, so I do use mainly plain flour or sometimes bread flour. It depends what I've got on hand, and I put salt in it. Sometimes I put smoked paprika in it. You can flavor it with oregano, marjoram, whatever you like or whatever you are using as a main ingredient to coat the flour, eggs and breadcrumbs in. I also flavor the eggs, so we've got farm fresh eggs, and I'm using, again, very similar ingredients, same thing to the flour. I'm just putting now, so I'll put salt, smoked paprika, sometimes basil, marjoram, whatever it's on hand really. And I make my own sourdough breadcrumbs, what I also flavor. So I put garlic powder, onion powder in it, smoked paprika powder in it, or whatever flavor you and your family prefer really. The other job we are doing as well, I am flavoring the homemade goat's yogurt, and today I make 2 flavorings. And I've chosen 2 jars from the pantry, 2 compote. One is a raspberry compote, another one is gooseberry compote. So the first one is the raspberry, and I have decided to use about, half of that jug, and then I'll put the whole jar in it, the raspberry jar with the sauce and all, and honestly it was so good. So I've just discovered another way to flavor our homemade yogurt. Usually I use jam, but compote, it works really well as well. So yeah, spoiler alert, it's all gone already. And actually I'm making today a fresh batch. And the other one, the gooseberry, what I would do maybe different, I would maybe blitz the gooseberry, what I'm using now, just a little bit. But you know, it's no big deal, it's just a texture thing again with me. Like I prefer a more smooth texture in a yogurt, but if you prefer the fruit bits in it, that would gonna work perfect. I mean, Alan loved it. So the first one with the raspberry, I'm just filling up the jars. It made 3 or 4 jars, I think. And I use these little jars with plastic lids. It just works perfect as a portion. I bought these jars from Amazon and I reuse them every week with different yogurt, whatever I make on that week. So I just fill the jars quite up to the rim and leave it in a fridge, and we consume this within a week, and then I make a fresh batch the following week. So yeah, I really enjoy making our homemade yogurt, and I'm doing this now for a while, and since I bought the Instant Pot, it's a game changer. So yeah, really easy. Literally 2 ingredients. I put the goat's milk and the yogurt what I've made before, and just leave it to it. Within 8 hours we've got lovely yogurt. So this is the gooseberry I was on about, and I put the whole jar in there, and again I'm just gonna put how I feel, you know, few of these, ladle quite a few in that measuring jug and have a taste test. When I'm happy with the taste, I'm just put them in the jars. So it's really simple as. Before I pasteurized the milk and I left it by my auger, and that was just the perfect temperature for the next day or for overnight to set for me for yogurt. And I've also got a yogurt maker, but the Instant Pot, it's so much easier, and I don't even need to pasteurize the milk. I just put the fresh milk in it with the yogurt culture and just leave it to it. Taste test? Yummy. Yeah, gooseberry yogurt all gone as well. And whatever's left over, I usually leave it and make sauerkraut. So I've got this little strainer I will show you soon, and that makes actually a delicious sour cream. So I've just discovered that, and I use this in so many delicious meal, and I really enjoy it. So I always make sure I leave some plain yogurt behind, so I don't flavor the whole lot, because that's gonna be the culture for our next week's yogurt making day. But yeah, I'm just jarring up now all the gooseberry yogurt and put the lid on and just leave them in the fridge. So in this case, whenever we are fancy a yogurt for breakfast or just any time of the day, just go to the fridge and just grab a jar and we just eat it. And that's the leftover yogurt. Sometimes it's pint jars, this time it's quite a bit left, so I actually nearly filled a whole quart jar and just leave it in the fridge until I need it. Next job, I'm also making smoked paprika powder. And honestly, I think this is my best creation from last year. I grow the Życiowa paprika pepper, what I'm growing again this year. We got quite a few. They got flowers, already got some paprika on it as well. So I'm gonna do it the same way. I waited until it turned beautiful, vibrant red, harvested, freeze dried it, I put a little bit of liquid smoke before I put it in a freeze dryer, and it's worked out perfect. So I'm gonna do exactly the same again this year. The cauliflower and the kohlrabi, it's now done. So I'm taking them out of the pot. I'll let them cool a bit, and then we are going to put them in a flour mixture, egg mixture and the breadcrumbs mixture, and then we're going to fry it in a frying pan on the auger. So I have got now a few more cauliflower doing really well in my garden. So yeah, I cannot wait to make cauliflower cheese, and maybe one more time or a few more times we can make the same dish than we do today, the fried cauliflower. Absolutely love it. So we're just breaking them to these little florets. It's like what looks like nice, either bite-sized pieces or just what's easy to cut and looks nice on the plate. So the one cauliflower probably would give us quite a few meal between us. So that's fantastic. Let's go back to the strawberry project. I've mashed the strawberries, still got lots of chunks in there, and that's okay. And I'm going to add the sugars one by one and give it a good stir. And then we add the white sugar and stir it again. This already smells amazing. Strawberry is one of my favorite fruit, especially the homegrown ones. And the lemon juice. And now we put this on a stove and bring it up to boil. Another job I'm doing, dealing with our vanilla extract. So I make my own vanilla extract. I make it once, maybe twice a year, because it lasts for ages. You know, you only need a little bit every time. I usually use it in baking and ice cream making. These are my two favorite ways to use them. So my bottle, what I'm using, was low, nearly finished. So the big quart jar was in a kitchen cupboard, or sometimes I leave it in a inside pantry. And this jar has been there for, I think it's close to 12 months, so it's really, really lovely. So I just fill my jars, and actually I'm doing vanilla sugar as well in the next vlog. I'm gonna show you that. We're gonna make that together as well. So I'm taking most of, or good half of the vanilla beans out of the quart jar and just laying them out on a cookie sheet in a parchment paper, and I'll leave it on the auger for a few days until it bone dry, and then we're going to do that project next week. But until now, yeah, the bottle is ready. So what I do, this time I've used I think whiskey JD to fill that quart jar in, and today we are using dark rum to fill the leftover vanilla pods and the new pods. I buy vanilla pods, Tahitian vanilla pods from Amazon, and I am really happy with it. So let's check on our jam. It reached a rolling boil, so we are ready to check if our jam has set or not. What I do, I put a small plate in a fridge or freezer for a little while, and then we put a spoonful of strawberry jam on it, wait a little bit, Sometimes I put it back to the fridge and see if it's set. Okay, I've decided to put a little bit back because I think I took too much out. That's no problem. Just put a few more back. Probably I realized that I haven't got that much new what I thought I might have. I've got only one packet, so I need to order some. But this one can go on an agar, and that honestly dried within a few days. So, in the kitchen it smells fantastic, to be honest. Opening the new pack, fill the jars. Happy with it, yeah? And always make sure when you fill it with liquid or alcohol that it covers the coffee beans. Sorry, the vanilla beans. And when I remember, I go to the pantry or in a kitchen cupboard, whatever it is, and just give it a good shake. And after a while, it just sits there until I need it. So longer you leave it, it more flavorful your vanilla extract will be. And it's honestly, I think it's a wonderful skill to learn. I absolutely love the homemade vanilla extract. Okay, we are ready to make the cauliflower and the kohlrabi. So first what I do, I start with the cauliflower florets, and I'm just giving them a very good coat in our flour mixture. And then when I finished to dump all the cauliflowers in our flour mixture, then I'm just gonna switch to the egg mixture, and then we're going to do the whole lot in an egg mixture and so on. So yeah, as I said, this takes a few hours, quite a few hours job. If I count from, to harvest all the ingredients until we eat, it's like a good few hours project, but I absolutely enjoy it, and I really like these kind of meals. It's like a proper childhood memory meals for me. So now I'm finished with the flour. Now on an egg mixture, make sure every bit it's nicely coated, and I leave it to drip it. We don't want too much eggs on it. And then I'll put that in a little red dish for now. And then last but not least, we are going to coat them really well in the breadcrumbs. And then when you flavor the flour, the egg and the breadcrumbs, it just gives such a nice extra touch and flavor profile to your meal. It doesn't matter what you fry. It could be any vegetable, like I do kohlrabi, cauliflower today, but you can do it with any meat, chicken, turkey, even beef, with the same way. And it's always turns out very delicious and fantastic. So, and we both really love it. Naughty but nice, we don't have it often, so, but I don't buy cauliflower from the supermarket, so this is just such a lovely treat because we waited for this for so long. And it's just a nice way to use up all those lovely farm fresh eggs as well. Started making the Victoria sponge. I love making those as well when the berries come in, and then all the eggs, so I can use them up. And with this fried food as well, it's just a nice way to use those lovely eggs. Very soon I'm just going to put some lard in a frying pan behind us on the agar, and then bit by bit we're going to fry the cauliflowers. Meanwhile, I've got ready the chips. So I've peeled the potatoes what we've harvested not long ago, and they are now in a active fry. So I kind of timed it so they're gonna be same time ready, so it's gonna be nice and hot when, you know, we're ready to sit down and have a dinner. Okay, I'm on the last bit now, breadcrumbs time. So just really nicely put all of them one by one, coat it really well in those lovely flavored breadcrumbs, and then we're gonna fry it. Tell me if you do these kind of dishes, or give me an idea as what else maybe we can do this way. What other vegetables? I know probably I'm gonna do some with courgette soon, because that's really delicious as well. Ooh, let's check on our jam. Is it set? Is it? Let's see if our jam is ready now. The jam is now on a stove on medium-high heat, nearly for 3 hours. And I think we are now getting close to jar up. So I've put the water bath canner on. I've got this big pot, filled it up with water, and we are going to wait until this starts boiling. And let's do the wrinkle test. It's still not ready. It's still very runny. Can you see? It just flows back. Tastes delicious though. So we're gonna give this jam a little bit more time. Exactly 3 hours ago we started our strawberry jam, and this is now, the jam is ready. It's looking and smelling and tasting delicious, and we are going, my water is now nearly come up to a boil, so we're going to water bath can it for 10 minutes. So let's fill these jars. So I've got warm jars to this hot warm jam. I'm going to leave ½ inch space. These strawberry jams are now on my pantry shelves, and honestly it makes me so happy. The preservation officially started, so we're just gonna carry on until we fill all the empty jars all over again. We've got white vinegar and just a cloth, paper towel. Put my fingers around the ring, make sure it's not chipped, nothing on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jar of strawberry jam, and we've got another one there, but I'm going to keep that for the Victoria sponge I'm just making. Finger tip tight, and that can now go to the water bath canner for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna put all the jars in, wait the water to boil again, and that's when I'm gonna start counting the minutes. So make sure all the jars are underwater. I water bath can the jams for 10 minutes. And ready to fry the cauliflower, yeah! So the lard is nice and hot in those frying pans. You really want them to be nice and crunchy and brown and fry it all over. So I probably put too much in it, but I think I am hungry and I just try to get it done because the chips is nearly done as well. So I'm gonna give them a good 5-10 minutes and then turn them on each side, so make sure it's cooked through all over. And we're back to the smoked paprika powder making. So I've managed to fill quite well that jar. I had freeze-dried życiowa paprika pepper, so I thought I need to use this up before it's too late. So I'm glad I did, because another job is done, and honestly it is so good and delicious. So I might as well use it. So I've used all those, and so I've put the 2 jars back together because I had some left over. They might as well be in the same jar. And another job is done. And look how beautiful this looks. It smells amazing and it looks amazing. It's such a lovely color. Ready for dinner. Chips is done. And let's dish up and have a taste test. So our fried cauliflower and kohlrabi is done with homemade chips. I'm also going to serve this with a little bit of broad bean guacamole and some homemade mayonnaise. Okay, well, I think we've done quite a bit of a jobs today. I think this was going on for about 2 days, and I just wanted to show you a bit of this, bit of that. But yeah, I am very impressed with the broad bean guacamole. I've made another big batch since because it's so beautiful. But you know, it just makes me so happy to provide for my family with all these lovely homegrown, homemade produce, and I love doing it all and all over again. Well, I really hope you enjoyed spending time with me today in my kitchen to making all these lovely, delicious meals. I hope you maybe learned something, or if you think I can improve on something, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's have a taste test. I think I like it. We really, really enjoyed it. Yes, so good. Right, thank you so much, friends. Have a lovely week and see you very soon. Bye bye.